Hey, what's up? So today I'm going to be doing a video on an idea that I saw from one of my favorite YouTubers that I watch here. Her name is Samantha Ravndahl. She does a lot of beauty and makeup tutorials. So she did this idea not too long ago, I want to say it was in the last month or so, of doing half of your face how she did half of her face how she used to do her makeup. I want to say like back in high school or something. And then the other half of her face was how she does her makeup currently. So I thought that was a pretty cool idea. And the more I thought about it, I was like, wow, I do a lot of things differently. And a lot of it is because I've learned a lot from watching other YouTubers and watching just a ton of makeup tutorials. I'm an esthetician, so I went to school, even though they didn't really teach a lot of makeup. If it's something you're passionate in, you will learn. You will teach yourself by watching videos and other people and getting your hands dirty and stuff. So I'm going to start doing this half of my face with how I used to do my makeup. And the other half of my face is going to be how I currently do my makeup, or how I would currently do my makeup. When I was shopping for some of the things that I used to use in high school, I was like, wow, I spend a lot of money on makeup now. I spent about, I want to spend about like $30 on stuff that I used to use. Now, granted, all the makeup that I used to get was from Walmart or like Kroger's or drugstores, because it was whatever my mom wanted to buy me. Or when I finally did get to high school, I got a job in between my sophomore junior year of high school, and from then on out, everything makeup related was either purchased by me or was a present for a holiday or something like that. And I grew up using a lot of my mom's makeup, and she obviously was the one that taught me how to do makeup stuff when I was originally learning how to put it on as like I think she started letting me get into it when I was probably like 11 or 12, just because I was going in her room and like looking at stuff. So I'm going to zoom you in so you can see a little bit better of what I'm doing. So yeah, let's get started. So this side of my face is going to be how I used to do my makeup in high school. Now, obviously, like when I graduated in 2012. So back then, probably about my senior year was when I started getting into YouTube videos. So like I would watch Jaclyn Hill consistently. I did watch some Manny MUA. Trying to think of there was a girl named I Heart Makeup 92. Her name is Liz. I don't believe she does makeup videos really anymore, which is totally cool. I mean, do your thing. But I do miss her. She was a very sweet soul. I used to watch her religiously, and I got a lot of makeup recommendations off of her and hair recommendations and stuff like that. So I was slowly kind of starting to learn the whole like makeup scene my senior year of high school. So those years compared to my freshman, sophomore years of high school, and even like 7th and 8th grade are completely different. And they're still not like the way that I do my makeup now at all, but for sure my like my senior year of high school, my makeup was a lot different than like my freshman year of high school. So that being said, I'm trying to remember like at least the core of how I did my makeup in high school. I'm not recreating a look. I'm just going off of what little memory I have left after college. I didn't wear a ton of foundation. I didn't wear like a ton of concealer. I wore what my mom wore. This is the Covergirl Outlast All-Day Ultimate Finish Foundation in 405 Ivory. Nowadays, I would probably put this on my finger and kind of go like that and then use a beauty blender or use a brush or something, but that's not how I did it back then, so we're going to use the sponge that it came with. So, never did primer. Basically, I would just go through... Oh, this makes me so sad. because I know that this is not going to cover all of my acne and my acne scars by doing this, but we just gotta roll with it. So yeah, the very first foundation I ever used was I believe it's called Clean. It's in the really small bottle from Covergirl, just like liquid foundation. That is what my mom used, and so I'm pretty sure that's the very first foundation I ever was introduced to. And I believe I started using just their powder, like their Clean Matte powder. I believe it's in a blue container. They also have a brown one, which I think either that one's matte or the blue one's matte, vice versa. Anyways, I used that for a while too. I actually don't mind this. It's just this sponge that's kind of weird. Especially my freshman, sophomore, probably junior year of high school, I did not have or know of an eyeshadow primer. When I did start using one, eventually I remember using the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer, which I almost bought that, but I don't use a lot of eyeshadow primers now in general. I just kind of use concealer and some like skin tone powder. Ever did concealer, it was to cover a blemish or like my eyeshadow base, I guess. I don't know. But like I said, I didn't really have it that often. From what I can remember, I either used the CoverGirl concealer because my mom had it and I would just go grab it out of her drawer and like use it when I needed it. There was the e.l.f. concealer and then Wet n Wild's concealer. I'm pretty sure the Wet n Wild concealer was out. I have a Wet n Wild concealer right now. I just decided I'm going to use that. I'm like 99% sure that I did actually use the e.l.f. concealer because it's like $3. But we're going to use, this is like Wet n Wild's newer concealer just because it's all they have. It's light ivory and it's their photo focus concealer. And I'm just going to put them on the little blemishes that I have on the side of my face that I can see. That foundation actually did a decent job at covering up a lot of the redness, at least. Well, and I'm going to use my finger because I didn't really use face brushes or anything at the time. And honest to God, this is probably how I did it. I don't think I did bronzer until college because I didn't see the point, which is dumb because like I totally see the point now. So and it honestly stems from my mom. My mom didn't have a bronzer, she just had blush. Shade Flushed, and it's just a very like basic like pinky color. I'm going to use the brush that came with it, which is this little guy. And I would literally just this feels so awkward because I don't do this anymore. It's such a pretty blush and I really can't wait to use it just like regular, like a normal person would. But I know I probably put it on pretty thick. Okay, so I'm going to do my eyebrows next. Honestly, I want to say I only filled in my eyebrows towards the end of high school, so like junior, senior year. But the way that I did it was with I had like a really, really small eyeliner brush. And I'm going to use my Morphe brush because it's just what I have now. But I did definitely use a small eyeliner brush and just like a brown eyeshadow is technically the eyebrow cake powder from NYX. It's just really it's really old and it needs used up. So there's two, this one's in dark brown. So I'm just going to use the powder. I'm not going to use the wax that's in there because that's how I used to use it. Yeah, that was more so in college. I don't really know what I was thinking like a lot of the times doing my makeup, honestly. Okay, so the way I would do my eyebrows is I would literally just go through and fill them in. I'm going to move on to the eyes next since that's really all that's left. But the main way I would always do my eye makeup is with, I had Covergirl eyeshadows. They came in like the standard, like the one, there was always like 1 or 3 colors. And when I went to the store, I was trying to find those exact colors because one of them was a really pretty yellow, one of them was a really pretty like foresty green color, and then I had a palette of like 4 that had like a navy blue and a minty color, and then a couple others. That little palette is what I used to do my senior prom makeup, and that's what I wanted to do the look on, but I can't find it. This is what I could find. This, and of course the last one I could find is broken. But this is called Forest Green. I also used these. These are the little eyeshadow sticks that came with the eyeshadow. I would legitimately use these. I did not have eyeshadow brushes. I think I eventually got some e.l.f. eyeshadow brushes, but that was about it. So I would take this and just put it all over my lid. Okay, Maybelline. This is like actually kind of nice. I always remember wanting to wear the green eyeshadow because I felt like it made my eyes look green, like more green. Which sometimes I do feel that way still, but it really depends on the shade. Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be so bad because Abby that does makeup now needs a blending brush ASAP, and I can't have one. Step. I would do winged eyeliner every single day. That's how I got really good at it. Used either the e.l.f. eyeliner or the Wet n Wild Megaliner. This one was definitely probably my favorite. This is one of my favorite mascaras because it has this curved wand to it. I'm going to use my Milani lip oil on this side because honestly I think I probably only ever use like chapstick. This is the final look. Yeah, I would say it's just weird to not have like the ability or the, I don't know how to say this, like the thought process of blending out eyeshadow wasn't, I didn't have that. But yeah, very simple. It's just what I would do every day. So let's move on to this side of the face. It looks super weird to only see one side of my face with makeup. This look that I did on this side, but how I would do my makeup now with different products that I use on a consistent basis. It's just going to be my techniques are a little bit different. This is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. So now for that eye color, I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Electric palette, and this one is my baby. I love this. I bought this my freshman, sophomore year of college, which was a hot second ago. I'm going to be using the shade Freak, which is this like lime green colored. I'm going to start in the middle and then slowly work my way into my crease area. Okay, so that's super, super pale. I don't even think you can see it on camera, so I am going to use my finger. And I'm just gonna... Oh, yeah. That's better. Eyelash curler is the Little Mermaid one from Tarte. I had to get it. I've been using the Kush mascara from Milk Makeup, so I'm going to use that today. I love this one. I spend a lot more time on my foundation routine than my eyes like ever anymore. I typically go in with the Too Faced RX Hangover Primer. I'll go in with a liquid highlighter. I like to put liquid highlighter all over my face so that then I put my foundation on top and it just gives that like glow from within look. Recently I've been using the NYX Away We Glow liquid highlighter. This one is in Glazed Donuts. Foundation, I love the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation. This one is in warm alabaster. So now that I have that, since I've not been wearing face powder, I'm going to go in with my Tarte Glow palette, and we're going to use the cream contour that's in here. And then this is just a little like Artiste, it's from a company called My Makeup Brush set. They actually sent me this for free a couple years ago. I still use the ones that they sent me. They do fall apart and peel pretty easily, as you can see by the handle, but I like using it for my contour. And I'll usually dab a little bit underneath my chin, right there in the crease, and then I'll usually do a little bit up there at the top. So with bronzers, I'll usually switch between either this one down here, which is Sculpt, or if I want a little shimmer, I'll use Lit or Fire. Fire's my favorite. I really like that one, so let's use that. It is Milani's Blush Luminoso, and I just like to put that on my cheeks. So now for brows. I like to do a tinted brow gel now, not so much pencils or fill in. I will fill in, especially sometimes this brow, I have a little bit of like a hole right there. Sometimes I'll fill it in, sometimes I really don't care. And today is one of those days. I just put that through. I'm just going to go back through and curl my top lashes again. I've decided because this is how realistically I would do my makeup now. I feel really naked without having like eyeshadow underneath. So I'm going to use the Urban Decay palette again, and I'm going to be taking Thrash and just putting that like underneath. I use a really small brush, and this palette is so broken inside. Like I dropped it a really long time ago. But I'm going to use the shade Lucky Clover, which is the green highlighter shade, and I'm just going to put that like right in the inner corner. I typically don't like wearing a lot of like liquid lipsticks or anything like that anymore, but one of my favorite things I have discovered are the Urban Decay, they're the Hi-Fi Shine lip glosses, I guess you would call them, but they all have different tints to them. This one's in Back Talk. It also smells and tastes really minty. Yeah, this is my final look. I definitely feel like my technique has changed more than anything. I still like colors. I still enjoy a good blush, I guess. I'll do some close-ups of each side. If you guys have pictures of anything that you've done, send them to me. I'll put my links and stuff in the bottom. Go check out Samantha Ravndahl's video. I'll also link it in the bottom. She's the one that I originally saw from. I don't know if there's anyone else who's done it, but yeah, so thank you. Have a good day.